She's beautiful. She's charming. She knows how to pose, flirt, and turn heads when she walks into a room. But if she can't offer you this one thing, she's useless, not irrelevant, not flawed. Useless to your purpose, your mission, and your peace. You were taught to look for curves. You were trained to chase softness, sweetness, and sex appeal. But here's what they never told you. A woman who can't give you peace will rob you blind. Not of your money, of your mind. You'll be drained, distracted, disoriented, and you won't even know why. This is the difference between the one who helps you build your kingdom and the one who tears it down from the inside. While wearing a smile, let's break this down. Number 1, what men are really starving for. You weren't made for noise. You were built for war in the world. But peace at home? And yet, most people don't know how to define that peace, because it's not quiet. It's not about submission. It's about emotional refuge. When the world attacks you, she doesn't. When life tests you, she supports. When you doubt yourself, she doesn't echo the doubt. She reminds you of your nature. That's what men are actually starving for. Not more dates, not more intimacy, not validation. Relief. A place or a person where your soul unclenches, where your mind breathes, where you don't have to prove anything, where you can just exist fully without judgment. That's what peace feels like, and that's what most women don't understand they're here to bring. They think being beautiful is enough. They think being independent is a substitute for being nurturing. They believe they're the prize, without offering anything but presence. But if her presence activates more chaos, if you walk on eggshells in your own home, if you dread the next argument, if you're calculating every sentence, she is not your peace. She is a liability. You weren't built to be someone's punching bag. You weren't born to survive your relationships. You were meant to lead, from a place of internal order. And any woman who adds to your internal disorder, no matter how beautiful, no matter how good she is in bed, is useless to your mission. Number 2, beauty without peace is emotional poison. They told you to find the prettiest one. They told you to chase the most wanted, the most admired, the most envied. But they never told you what happens when you finally get her, and she's full of internal war. Let's get something straight. A beautiful woman who brings stress is not a blessing. She's a beautifully wrapped bomb. And it's only a matter of time before it goes off, in your chest, in your mind, in your life. When you're with her, you're not thinking straight, you're not focused, you're not building, you're reacting, you're explaining, you're walking on a tightrope that gets thinner every day. And you tell yourself, it's just a phase. You think the problem is you. It's not. It's that you fell for looks and ignored the signal of chaos. Every man who's ever truly suffered in a relationship didn't suffer because she wasn't pretty. He suffered because he traded peace for attraction. He ignored the signs. He overlooked the early disrespect. He accepted the attitude. He excused the jabs. And now, he's bleeding slowly from emotional cuts no one else can see. Beauty without peace is a trap. It seduces you, then drains you. It charms you, then controls you. She's soft to the world, but sharp to you. She smiles at strangers, but frowns at your effort. She takes your gifts, but questions your motives. She's always in the mood to test you, never to soothe you. That's not love, that's slow destruction. And the reason you stay is because you've been conditioned to think it's normal. That tension is just part of the package. It's not. There are women who will look you in the eye and calm you just by being present. There are women who speak life into your vision, not sarcasm, who see your leadership not as a threat, but as protection. who don't provoke to feel powerful. They provide peace to feel connected. That's what femininity should be. Not confrontation, not one-up games, not fake empowerment, but the counterbalance to your fire. Not your competitor, your calm. And without that calm, her curves mean nothing. Her charm means nothing. Her style means nothing. Because if she doesn't protect your energy, she will poison it. And no amount of beauty is worth internal war. Number 3, the energetic shift when she's actually feminine. You know what real femininity feels like? It doesn't scream. It doesn't challenge everything you say. It doesn't provoke you to test your patience. It settles you. A truly feminine woman walks into a room, and you breathe differently. Not because she's quiet, not because she's soft-spoken, because her energy doesn't compete. She's not fighting to prove she's powerful. She knows her power isn't in dominance, it's in depth. It's in how she observes. It's in how she listens. It's in how she makes you feel safe in your own intensity. She doesn't flinch at your ambition. She aligns with it. She doesn't argue for control. She gives space to lead. She doesn't wound you with words. She speaks only what strengthens. That's the energetic shift you feel when a woman is truly feminine. She grounds you. You're calmer around her, more focused, more inspired, because she's not adding to the noise. She's creating space for your clarity. When you leave her presence, your thoughts are sharper. You want to build, you want to rise, you want to win. That's not weakness, that's partnership. Her femininity doesn't make you soft. It makes you more lethal, because now you're fighting the world with a full tank. That's what a woman can offer when she's actually aligned. And anything less than that is a distraction dressed up like a reward. Number 4, reciprocity, what she gets when she offers you peace. Let's be clear. Peaceful doesn't mean submissive. Peaceful doesn't mean she doesn't have a voice. Peaceful doesn't mean she's your shadow. It means she offers emotional safety because she wants emotional reciprocity. When a woman brings peace into your life, she unlocks something few men ever get to show. Overflow. You give more, you protect more, you lead harder, you provide beyond what's required. Why? Because you're no longer in survival mode. You're no longer guarding yourself against sabotage. You're free to pour because you trust what you're pouring into. When a woman offers you peace, she gets access to everything. Your mind, your vision, your loyalty, your protection, your money, your legacy. Not because she demanded it, not because she manipulated it, but because she activated your nature. Masculinity is exponential when it's respected. It thrives in appreciation. It multiplies under peace. So when a woman brings that kind of energy, you don't just give her stability. You give her empire, and that's the exchange. She softens your soul. You strengthen her world. That's not a fantasy. That's what happens when two energies are aligned and not at war. Number 5. If she fights you at home, she weakens you in the world. If your home is a battlefield, you are already losing the war. Even if the world thinks you're winning, you cannot build anything, a business, a legacy, a future, if every night you're coming home to another conflict. That woman is not a partner. She's an enemy in disguise. She might not mean to destroy you, but if her energy attacks your center, if she disrespects, disregards, destabilizes, she's burning your foundation while calling it passion. Let's get real. You can't lead a team when you're emotionally drained. You can't be creative when your mind is always recovering from the last argument. You can't walk with confidence when you're being questioned, corrected, and mocked every time you speak. That kind of woman doesn't just take your time, she takes your focus, she breaks your rhythm, she makes you doubt your strength. And the worst part? She'll call it love. She'll say she's keeping you humble. She'll say she's challenging you to grow. But growth without safety is trauma. Challenge without peace is burnout. And if she's fighting you where you should be recovering, you're dying slowly. One disagreement at a time. Your home should be your stronghold, not your war zone. If she can't offer you peace, she's not a partner. She's a permanent distraction. And the cost of keeping her is everything you were meant to become. There is only one thing that separates the women who empower you from the ones who will emotionally bankrupt you. Peace. It's not a bonus. It's not a luxury. It's the only thing that matters. Because without it, her beauty is a mask. Her charm is a script. Her love is a transaction. You don't need more stimulation. You need space to become who you were built to be. And if a woman can't give you that space, if she can't hold that frame, then no matter how gorgeous, how sexy, how sweet she pretends to be, she's not the one. She's a test. And your future depends on whether you pass or fail it. Choose peace over potential. Choose clarity over chaos. Choose your mission over her mood. Because if she isn't the one making you more powerful, she is the one making you weaker. Subscribe if you're done sacrificing your peace for attention. Comment the moment you realized her beauty couldn't hide her chaos. Share this with someone trapped in emotional confusion. Support this message, because too many are still chasing pain disguised as love. By supporting this content, you help bring these truths to those still suffering in silence, wondering why they feel off, wondering why they can't focus, wondering why they're never enough. Let's deliver this clarity where it's needed most. Let's build men who build empires, not recover from drama. Let's keep this movement alive.